Hello and welcome back. We've got a tree down on the road and we're on the school run, so the kids are going to be late because I've got to divert and go a long way round. But this is what you get when you travel rural roads. So we've had a storm go through and it was quite a severe one, and driving conditions are quite poor. The wind has stopped, but we've just done the school run. You can see what the roads are like, and me and Bracken have just popped into this little bit of a wooded copse just off the road, just to have a little look, just to see how the leaves are holding up and whether or not I can start thinking about harvesting. But it's still another week or so away. I need a cold frost as well. But this is what I do to give Bracken his walk in the morning. We do the school run. I then walk him back. And this is the route that I do it with him. So, yeah, I'll take you further down the road. You can see the road conditions on these lanes are quite challenging with the hills. You've got all the leaves and you've got multiple water and river streams coming down the side. So you do have to be a little bit savvy and careful driving on these lanes. It is beautiful, but you do need to be careful. More rain coming, and it looks like the river's just about ready to burst its banks there. There's a lot of water coming down this river. And there's the old leak from the watermill. By tonight that'll be in the field, I guess. Now this ford is one of the major things we have to contend with in winter, and it might not look too deep at the minute. There is an old kind of walkway across the top, but when all the water comes down through that stream, through this big valley, this whole dip here can flood, and then the water just runs off down this lane. It's all down through a steep valley to that river I just showed you, and it can get to the point there's possibly a foot of water going down this road. By that point the water is possibly going over that second stye on the wooden gate there, so you cannot drive through this. Even a four-wheel drive, you just get swept right up against there and possibly go out over into the gully, and obviously dangerous. So this is just about doable for our two-wheel car at the minute. Much more, we have to turn around over there and head back up and do the long drive all the way around the main road. But I'm going to get him home and crack on with a few jobs I've got to do at home. So this is the view we come down to when we're going on the school run in the morning, and we instantly know if we've made a bad choice or we got to go the long way. And then we have to turn around, turn around in this gateway and go back up through the valley. But as you can see, this is where water comes down and congregates into that stream. And just over here, you can see where that stream funnels down through this side of the road and the valley. And over there, there'll be more water coming down that road. So you've got about three feeds into this Ford, and it very soon becomes at the point you can't drive it. But you just get used to it, you get aware of it, and you don't take chances. But it is a beautiful valley drive for the kids in the school, on the school run. They get to see deers, squirrels. Well, we've seen buzzards, owls. We've seen tons of wildlife here. And it's a nice little drive for them to go to school. But, as I've just said, I've got to get back up this road. Well, the wind's picked up, and I believe if you follow the news, we've got another storm coming through for the weekend. But I've got a slight little issue to deal with down by the chickens. And behind me you see my 2.2 air rifle. I've actually caught a furry friend, rat, in a humane trap. So I've got to dispose of him, and then I'm heading into a hardware store and I'm getting some more poison traps, because I always do my level best. Each year, this time of year, they all come in from the fields and everything like that to sort of like set up camp so that they're near food and, you know, they've got shelter. But I don't give the rats any respite. They pretty much get eradicated as soon as they come in near my chickens. So that's what I've done, and that's what I plan to do, and it works, because if I do get an influx, I deal with it straight away, and yeah, I don't see them for months and months and months afterwards. Get on top of it, and you can sort the problem. Right, I'm going to head down and just grab the actual trap. Here it is. Let's grab it. Let's come up here. Get in out of the rain a minute. What's off we got here? There he is. Yep, time to deal with this one. You guys don't need to see this. Yeah, so behind me I've got 5 hiking sticks for a local walking group, and they're all individual and named, but some wanted different designs, pictures like engraved swirls all down the shaft, and they're pretty much individual in with their crowns on top of the handles and lengths. So I've got those ready. They're from Sunday, they're being picked up, but we've actually got all our orders away and they've all reached their destinations. So this Friday is actually a relaxing. We don't have to sit on the edge of our seat tracking people's parcels and praying and hoping they get delivered on time to the right person and the person actually gets their item. Yeah, like I said, they've all got different styles of handles. This chap, musician, wanted a guitar. This one's just wanted an ordinary one with his name. Same here again. This lady wanted an engraved curl all the way down through. It actually feels quite nice. And this lady wanted a skull. Right, here's the batch I'm starting to work on. I'm going to be working on these. That's a hawthorn from a previous video. I'm not sure what I want to do with that one yet. I want to try and make that a little bit special. But I've got these here selected. And they're my next batch that I'm going to get ready for a custom order. I'm not sure whether I want to put the telescopic sight I've got up there on that again, or keep it open sights. Yeah, so I'm going to take Bracken for a walk in the woods in a moment. The weather has closed in, like you can see, and but he's still, you know, he needs to get out. He'll have a lot of pent-up energy if I don't get him out. So that's another project I've got to do in a moment. But as for the air rifle, this isn't a hunting channel, but I've been asked if I can help with some rabbits at the location I'm going to be harvesting sticks. I've said yes. I work with the gentleman, so you know, I did, you know, willingly say I would help. I'm not going to bring you guys along on, you know, the actual hunting process. I might bring you along where I'm strolling through or along the property, because it's, well, it's quite a beautiful area. So, but I won't indulge in the hunting side, because obviously this isn't a hunting channel. But putting that to one side, yesterday I had to do some work for somebody else, and I got all my tax returns into HMRC, so that's good. I feel really good about that. I always get a little bit flustered till I get that done. So it's been a busy week. So this Friday we're kind of just simmering down at this point here, and I'm looking forward to this weekend, because basically I'm not even pushed to get hiking sticks out. They're all ready. But Monday it'll start again. But I am actually looking forward to a nice autumn walk in the woods with Bracken. So let's get that done. Now, because it's autumn, the sun hangs really low in the sky, but it's really bright. This is really one of my favourite times of year. We're actually on a footpath, and we're going to be heading over to a favourite little woodland of mine. And I'll bring you around, and you can see those storm clouds beginning to gather. And there's a little footpath. Now, Bracken never needs an excuse just to dig a little hole. But we're going to continue down here. The ground is soft, it's been really wet. So we're kind of watching our footing. I'm guessing as we descend down towards the river, it's going to get a little bit more overcast and a bit more gloomy. Looks like we got some storm damage here. These limbs are fresh off. They don't look like they were in the best of condition anyway. That's why in high winds you really do not want to be in the woods. They have come straight from up there. Hey, stop doing that, Bracken. He just loves being out in the woods. But even though we're deep in the woods here, there's still a bit of sunlight, but it's not going to stick around for long. Well, I found a little area where, or I found the area that I did a wild camp, 6 months plus, maybe more ago. And you can see the area I was using here. It's about one of the flattish areas in this woodland because it's on the side of a valley. But I've walked down here obviously to give Bracken a walk, but I'm just checking the condition of the trees. And yeah, you definitely want to come here when it's when there's no wind. All these trees look ripe to go, and there are plenty that have gone over. Yeah, but it's still nice to be in here in the autumn, and it's a fantastic time of year to be out. It's cold, I can feel the temperature dropping, and it does feel cold here. It's kind of wet, everything's got that slight air of decay about it, and it's that as autumn is drawing down and we're going into winter, you've got that feel of decay, death, everything shutting down for the winter. And yeah, obviously it's just what, you know, when spring comes it just all comes back, but we've really gone into autumn now here. And on occasions, if I'm having a look around, I do have to tie Bracken off because he pulls so strong that he'll pull you over if you're distracted. You actually have to keep fully focused when you're walking him. And he's just digging another little hole there. But I'm going to undo him, and we're going to walk down there and see if any of the brackens come up. Now, I came here and I actually showed you this piece of ground, and it was an old strawberry farm, this hillside, and it had been burnt right back to the shale and gravel of the hillside. Now you can see it's covered in bracken, so in the summer this would have been probably 3 to 4 feet high of bracken, and you just would not have been able to push through it. That shows how quick it recovers and goes back to nature. This would have been a nightmare to try to walk through. It already is actually, it's not fully died back. So I've had Bracken now just over 12 months from when he was a puppy, and he's my walking companion or hiking companion. He does come on the odd wild camp, but he is a fair handful, and everything they say about a Siberian Husky is true. Needs a lot of exercise. His recall is shocking, that's why we keep him on a lead. But he's just inquisitive and wants to be into everything. He can just smell every little scent. And he can hear sounds I can't hear. He just loves being out here in the woods. We're all beginning to lose light. So I think I'm going to start plodding on home. Well, I'm going to make my way home for some tea, and I'm going to give Bracken his. We've still got a little way to go through the lanes, but I just thought I'd bring you along and show you a little bit of what North Cornwall in deep autumn is like for me. We've still got leaves on a majority of the trees. We haven't fully lost them, but that's due to happen, and we got more wind on its way. He's pulling hard. He just wants to get going. But yeah, it is beautiful. It's damp, it's dark, it's getting cold, and it is time for us to make our way out of this wood. So take care, stay safe. This is Andy from Hidden Valley Footpaths. All the best. Don't you just love living in a place which is pretty much all hills and valleys? You ought to get used to plodding uphill and learn to accept it and love the downhills, or it's going to be the bane of your life. The next storm is coming, and I can see the rain coming down over there. I've got to hurry on home.